about growing up, getting tough, by any means necessary. Well, my daddy left home when I was 3, and he didn't leave much for Ma and me, just this old guitar and an empty bottle of booze. And I don't blame him, cause he run and hid, but the meanest thing that he ever did was before he left, he went and he named me Susan for long. Well, he must have thought that it was quite a joke, and it got lots of laughs from lots of folks. Seems I had to fight my whole life through. Some guy would giggle and I'd get red. Some guy'd laugh and I'd bust his head. I tell you, life ain't easy for a boy named Sue. But I grew up quick and I grew up mean. My fists got hard, my wits got keen. I'd roam from town to town to hide my shame. But I made a vow to the moon and stars. I'd search the honky-tonks and bars and kill that man who gave me that awful name. Well, it was Plattsburgh in mid-July, and I just hit town, my throat was dry. Thought I'd stop at the Monopole and have a brew. On an old saloon on a street of mud, there at a table dealing studs, sat the dirty mangy dog that named me Sue. Well, I knew the snake was my own sweet dad from a worn-out picture my mother'd had, and I knew the scar on his cheek, in his evil eye. He was big and bent and gray and old, and I looked at him and my blood ran cold, and I said, "My name is Sue. How do you do? No, you're gonna die." I wish I had said it a little more tough. But anyway, I hit him hard right between the eyes. He went down, but to my surprise, come up with a knife and he cut off a piece of my ear.
Oh, my ear!
So I busted a chair across his teeth and crashed through the wall into the streets, kicking and gouging the mud and the blood and the beer. Well, I tell you, I fought tougher men, but I really can't remember when. He kicked like a mule and bit like a crocodile.
Why the ear?
The ear bleeds a lot, I just found that out.
Who throws a shoe at somebody's ear?
Honestly. Where were we at? I busted through the wall into the street, kicking and gouging mud and the blood and the beer, right? Well, I think he pulled a gun, but I turned mine first. He was gonna shout a curse, and he stood there looking at me and saw him smile, and he said, "Son, you know, this world is rough. If a man's gonna make it, he's gotta be tough." And I knew I wouldn't be there to help you along. So I gave you that name and said goodbye, cause I knew you'd have to get tough or die. And it's that name that helped to make you strong. Well, you just fought one hell of a fight, and I know you hate me and you've got the right to kill me now, and I wouldn't blame you if you do. But you ought to thank me before I die for the gravel in your guts and spit in your eye, cause I'm the son of a that named you Sue. The who stands for bitch. Well, what could I do? I got all choked up and threw down my gun, called him Pa and he called me his son. Came away with a different point of view. And I think about him every now and then, every time I try and every time I win. And if I ever have a son, I think I'm gonna name him Jameson or Captain
Keeler?
Nelson, say Bueller. Bueller.
Quantos?
Valentine.
Balrog?
Gandalf. Anything but Sue. Still hate that name.